China just hosted the only offline Marathon playtest outside of North America, and what players are experiencing changes everything. According to attendees, the game feels dramatically upgraded since the last technical test. It's darker, it's harder, and economically, it's brutal. Let's break down what was revealed and what it means for March. The China event. This playtest was hosted in partnership with Douyin Games and Bungie's UESC initiative. It's the only in-person test outside North America, which shows how seriously Bungie is taking the Chinese community. Compared to the test months ago, content is expanded, visuals are significantly upgraded, UI has been rebuilt, the overall atmosphere is darker and more oppressive. But the strongest theme players reported? Difficulty. PvE is relentless. UESC robot forces on the map are described as high damage, high health, extremely punishing. Even experienced testers were nearly wiped. AI reinforcements spawn dynamically based on in-match events and remaining time, so there is no clearing the map. The environment is more hostile too. Toxic gas vents, automated sentry turrets, landmines near loot, persistent damage from UESC drones that can continue draining you even after combat. The game wants you under pressure at all times. The economy is harsh. The second major theme? You're poor. Fighting AI consumes resources, but regular enemies barely drop anything meaningful. Most supplies found in-match are depleted versions with minimal healing value. Outside the match, shield packs cost around 300, health packs around 415, a modded green tier weapon sells for only a few hundred. Ammo and consumables are nearly worthless. By the end of the event, some players couldn't afford proper healing items without selling everything they owned. Early game combat appears to be a net loss, and PvP increases that risk even further. This high-risk economy may push Marathon towards mission-focused gameplay, fast objective completion, early extraction, slow, steady out-of-match progression. Under heavy resource pressure, players may rely on free equipment packs, Rook-style low-risk runs, support roles to reduce team consumption, loot-focused shells like Thief. There is little cooperation between squads. When resources are scarce, other players become the fastest source of income. The 7 runner shells. All 7 runner shells were available in this build, and the design philosophy is extremely important. Unlike rigid hero shooters, mobility and utility are spread across multiple shells. Let's break them down. Thief. Loot-focused mobility includes an anchorable grappling hook. In a punishing economy, Thief may become one of the most powerful early game shells simply because it stabilizes resources. Triage, a team, support and sustain shell. In a system where healing items are expensive and rare, Triage becomes an economic efficiency. Fewer consumables burned, fewer wipes, more successful extracts. In this ecosystem, Triage isn't optional, it's survival. Rook. Low risk entry shell. Think stabilizer runs. Rebuild resources when broke, then re-enter properly geared. Rook may define the recovery loop of the game. Recon. Information control. In high lethality extraction environments filled with turrets, drones, landmines, PvP threats, information equals survival. Recon likely reduces surprise deaths and economic setbacks by identifying threats early. Destroyer. Aggression and chase. Reportedly features air dash and speed boosts. If PvP becomes the fastest way to gain resources, Destroyer-style kits will thrive in offensive pressure. Assassin. Vertical ambush specialist. Fast aerial descent gives strong repositioning advantages and fight selection control. In a game that is punishing, choosing when to fight is everything. Vandal. Movement disruptor. Double jump and extended slide. Vandal reads like a momentum shell, built for chaotic engagements, breaking line of sight, and high mobility skirmishes. Design philosophy takeaway. Mobility is distributed. No shell monopolizes verticality or speed. This suggests Bungie wants flexible squad compositions, but the economy may still shape the early meta heavily towards support, thief, and recon. The visual and atmospheric overhaul. The game has undergone a full visual pass. Higher contrast, deeper black shadow blocks, volumetric fog, and bloom lighting. The tone feels far closer to the classic Bungie darkness. It strongly echoes the mood of the original Marathon trilogy and Pathways into Darkness, mysterious, oppressive, and foreboding. The lore signal, Dr. Strauss. Possibly the most important revelation. Players discovered logs from Dr. Strauss. This is not a random reference. In classic Marathon lore, Dr. Strauss was deeply connected to early AI development and controversial experimentation involving human consciousness and cybernetic integration. His work sat at the intersection of corporate ambition, artificial intelligence, and moral compromise. Strauss represents the human architects behind AI escalation, scientists who built systems they could not fully control. The final takeaway is Marathon appears to be harder than expected, economically punishing, atmospherically darker, mechanically refined, deeply aware of its origin canon. The key question now, will this high-pressure economy create tactical depth or constant aggression? March will answer that. But if the China build is any indication, Tau Ceti IV is not going to forgive mistakes. Remember assets. In the heavens, they are waiting. Escape will make him God.